So, welcome back. I need a short break because it's too disgusting. It's also too disgusting to let emotional parts come too near. That's not good. But in this moment, it was really, it was really, it was for a short time really painful. Because there is a lot of things wrong with agencies as self. The point is that there is the name secret agency. So secret is the true behind the official way, right? This is meaning you're not able to find out the true and so on. So in some case, as example here in Switzerland, we have not the ability, when we are, as example, childs from a child house, so we know that we are childs with out of parents. This is one part of human trafficking. To not have the right to find out who are the parents really are is the twice part of human trafficking. And the third part is to use payment for existence, because to be a child from a how say that? From a child house, right? Child home, right? And this is all stuff what is from secret agencies not correct interrogated. I don't know it is correct articulation. And that's a critical aspect where some governments are in legal use and some other governments are in illegal use, right? And Swiss have again and again have this this stories from old Verdienkinder, right? Call that in Switzerland, where they was childs where have no parents get sell it to a other one for work for them, and they don't become real payment and all that stuff. So, and that's not serious at all. There is critical. That's a critical. This is a society problem, and there is no execution inside of it. And police are more into the executive part. Sorry, not execution, but executive part of the victims of that. And this story is one of the secret stories. So if you are 16 years old and you have a sexual part with a girl, but your knowledge is not big enough to understand that this girl can maybe sell your life into a other country, there is also all that stuff begun. And then it's going into genetic and DNA and so on and so on and so on. And it is disgusting from beginning to end. And the reputation is illegal, right? So it's an illegal reputation. And it's a secret behind an official version, and the official version is highly rated a lie. Highly rated a lie, and is not the true. And there is simple the answer that is disgusting. And it is how to found here a way to call about this. It is not like a government. It is more like a conspiracy sect, right? It's more like a conspiracy sect, and it have a lot to do with mind control. It is everything have to do in this case with mind control, and for me is the most difficult part the pre-social conspiracy about it. And it is like when someone asks me in what a world you are living, right? In what a world you are living, right? Then is my answer outside of my body, right? So in a mirroring complex, outside of my body is the world I live in, right? And there are the bricks and the walls to become in the position of the correct response and to come in the position of the correct answer. So in agencies it is so that you have to give the correct response, you have not to give the correct answer. When it is in secret, so you have they want to have the correct answer when it is in secret also, but for outside you have not to give the correct answer, you have to give the correct response. And when you have to give the correct response, you are able to play with the controlling the mind of the other. And that's this is all permanently brutal stress. It is permanently brutal stress. And the problem is, so bigger the biofeedback is, so more and so higher the biofeedback is, so more the mind have to be giving the correct response and not giving the correct answer. So the mind get tortured to lie. But the reason is this is not because why. This is not why they lie. Because you then get to lie. The problem is you cannot give the response because they don't like to know the truth about it. So what your opinion is about your personal situation is not their opinion about your and their personal situation. But the biofeedback grows over and over, right? And this is permanently brutal stress. So there is simply come the factor of ignoration, right? That there comes the part of ignore what is not from belong. Just ignore what is not from belong, but it's gotten better. You have on every mobile phone smileys and emojis, and so on. There is come back this biofeedback, and it didn't stop. And the interrogation between the inner world and the outer world, so the inner mind and the outer world, not the body response, the mind response, get into a psychological crumple zone. Crumple zone got over the time in a psychological crumple zone, and what they say is you go into psychiatry, and nobody goes into psychiatry to spoken about a psychological crumple zone, when the biofeedback is just the answer what they don't like to talk about, right? You don't go into psychiatry because they don't like to talk with you. You go into psychiatry when your mental issue is so hard that you are not can exist, right? So they say, first, you cannot exist with this, and I'm not into the position to do anything about it, right? And this is just disgusting, right? This is how when they say, we patch you when you're born, we patch you a Silicon Valley index on your ass, and now you have to go. And you are for 40 years the Silicon Valley tax. And when you are not getting into that what we like, you get doing that the Silicon Valley tax is raising up, we gonna smash you, right? And that's just, that's a nightmare, right? It's just a fucking nightmare. And what have to do to come out of that, what you can do to come out of this trigger, right? That was simply COVID-19. Break out of this hamster wheel. Yeah, break out of this hamster wheel. I mean, this is not fun. That's serious. That's serious troubles. This have nothing to do with fun. That is not just saying here. If they want to see you in a position, there is no difference to an agent. Think about you're a FBI agent, and then come your boss to you and say, and you go now there, and you are surrounded from 20 hippies on drugs just like to kill you. I mean, that's not fun. I mean, if the FBI doesn't like you, you never will find living out of this group, right? You not come back alive. I mean, there is no different about it. There comes the question how you can get an agent. How it is happened that you can get an agent. And there we come back to the answer to the question of where are you from? Where are you from coming? So this is one of that points that really goes wrong. And this is, I think there you can really find the difference between good and bad agencies, right? Good agencies understand this ever. other agencies have maybe other things to do, but also understand it, and then there are agencies that are absolutely not on this level or of this on this understanding. So the use of generations, right? The use of generations into agencies is a really secret. I think it's a really secret part. And as I was in prison, I become to this story. What I become to the idea of this story. I call it Hitman something, anything. And in this story it goes so. I have the idea for the story, and in this story goes so. The agent was born through a wild boar, right? So they have take the organs from a wild boar, taken out, doing all on blood, and put this genetic experiment between a woman's cell and a man's cell, put this inside and put this into this wild-born and therein get created the fetus, right? And then it comes next. Then the agent gets born, and then he have to learn some stuff, some agent stuff, some killer stuff also. And the next, what he have to do to get ready is he have to spy his parents. So in the whole time where he grow up, he have the ability to spy his parents, right? So he know that these are his parents, but he spied his parents. So he have never contact to his parents, but he spied his parents. And when he is get finished in the process of agency, when he is get finished in the process of hitman or agent, he have to grab also the woman's cell and the man's cell from two peoples and creating the next agent. And this is the story of my version of the next Hitman story. So it's really brutal, it's really macabre. And also one part is that he is killing in this kind. So there was a doctor was invited, a psychological doctor was invited, and he have become must write the contract. He must sign the contract that he is knowing about, that this agent can kill him in the process of when he is growing up, that this can happen, and some stuff. So really, really brutal, disturbing, sick stuff. When you think about it, then you think, yeah, that's somewhere in the Tonga, somewhere in Russia, deep behind, in the forest, in the woods, somewhere nobody, in secret programs, what the fuck ever. So really, really absolutely suspect stuff. But that he can learn the social, pre-social interrogation, he have to watch his own parents wear all cams and microphones in the house and all that stuff, with full control over anything and so on. So he learned same from his parents, but through spied him, but never with the option to become a pre-social familiar response. Yeah, and so he get a hitman and so on. Yeah, I also with a 1950 program, there was a Justice Act on copyright. So there was a creator was creating something. He have creating something important, and then other film complex spied him out and stole his idea and sell it for themselves idea. and then was a secret from this agency create this hitmans. Was taken all guys from them, so they kidnapped the one of the big concern that have stole it. They kidnapped the guy who have create the idea and have the real copyright, and take lawyers, kidnapped lawyers, and also kidnapped justice, and put them into a bunker and give the lawyer from the one who created a bomb package, right? Because they have spied it all and they know it, and then put this guys in this bunker and look at what it's happened in 1950s, right? So like MIB style, right? Something like this. So Majestic 12, MIB, something like this. They're just for experiment, because they know what is the idea and know when the creator lose anyway versus the big concern, put them all in a bunker and give the one a bomb, right? To look what it's happened, right? And give them a choice. You have the choice to get then bombing. When the lawyer from the good guy have a bomb. That's all. Look then what it's happened. And then in the story IMAC it's ever again happened that again a big concern have taken here a globally idea and then it's come to the action of the agent when he is finished and dropping out as a hitman into the real life. So they are get specialized on this is same like when you say you have a big idea, amazing idea, and when it's coming to the wrong hand, the world is in danger. This is so on this based. So yeah, this is all what you hear. Not you don't hear something about it, or that's all movie stuff, right? But in truth, exactly this has happened, right? It's get all compromised on prostitution, human trafficking in war, human trafficking in prostitution, human trafficking in drug war. It's all compromised in this situation. And I have for a long time a great idea, a really great idea. There was a sniper rifle, selling a sniper rifle with chips inside. So these sniper rifles have inside of the metal, they have GPS chips. And then they're selling this off the black market, and have executed some big drug from big drug lords. So they hoped that they've catch some big drug lords with cheap with GPS in sniper rifles. Yeah. So you can see, you go to probably you found it in Africa, sniper rifles or whatever. Yeah. There are a lot of ideas what you can have. Yeah. So for me, it's the best. For me, it's the best option to come back in singularity with simply a lot of some ideas what I have. I mean, when you are trained in ideas, when you are trained in inventor, When you're trading inventor, there are no walls. There are no walls. You lose everything. You lose permanently everything. There are no walls. You become a alien. As drone can do anything. Right? There are no walls. If you stop to do because you are one time failed, that this is not invented. This is simply a crime. What you are the victim in it. But the other, there are no walls. It's getting higher and higher and higher. The question is, what comes next? Really, there is. The last what picked me out of my shoes was really the earthquake nearby Pine Gap. That was simply amazing. Because exactly before it's happened, my drone was active. I see it. Yeah, you cannot understand how it works. That's unspeakable. There are no walls. Unbelievable. It is same like Alien and Predator. When Predator gives you a weapon, it is exactly the same. This is God's will. It's unbelievable.